Key. What we are going to learn today?
Today we are going to learn the Moss Stitch, also known as the Granite stitch or the woven stitch. This stitch pattern is made from two stitches. We use the single crochet stitch and the chain stitch to crochet the pattern. So let's get started.
Yeah, sure.
To crochet the Moss stitch, you need any even number of chains. So for me to teach you how to crochet the Moss stitch, I will take 20 chains. So let's make a slip knot first. Wrap your yarn around your finger twice this way and slip your hook under the first loop, grab the second loop and pull the tails. Now you are ready to make your chains. Here I have made 20 chains. Now row 1. You have to skip 3 chains. 1. Here's our first chain from hook, second chain from hook and third chain from hook. So skip these 3 chains and into the fourth chain, 1, 2, 3 and 4, into this fourth chain make a single crochet. So skip 1, 2, 3 and into the fourth chain make a single crochet. So here we made into the fourth chain we made a single crochet. Then make chain 1. Now we have to skip the next stitch. We made single crochet and chain 1 into the fourth chain from hook, and now we have to skip the next chain and into the next chain make a single crochet. And chain 1. Then skip the next chain and into the next chain make a single crochet. And chain 1. Okay, so by making what we're doing into the row 1, in the row 1 we made one single crochet and chain 1 into the fourth chain from hook. Then we skipped the next chain and into the next chain we again made a single crochet and chain 1. Then we skipped the next chain and into the next we made a single crochet and chain 1. So the same pattern goes all the way to the end of a row. Here I am left with 2 more chains, 1 and 2. So into this chain I made a single crochet and chain 1, so I'll be skipping the next chain, and into my last chain I'll do 1 single crochet. Single crochet. Okay, so you see here I just have to show you something. We did single crochet into a stitch and chain 1, then here we skipped a chain. So in this way we created a space into here and to all through the way. By skipping a chain, as we are making chain 1 and we are skipping a chain here, so this we have created a space. So in our next row we are going to work into this space. We are not going to work in any stitch. We are going to work into the space that we have created in row 1 all the way long. This space is created because we made a chain 1. See here, into this stitch we made a single crochet, then we did a chain 1 and skipped a chain 1 and then a single crochet into the next. So because of skipping this chain 1, here we have created a space. So in the next row we are going to work in the space, not in the stitch. So here we are in the end of our row 1 and I just made a single crochet into our last stitch, and now we are not going to do chain 1, we are going to do chain 2 because we are in the end of our row, and the pattern asks for chain 2, not chain 1 that we did all the way along in the row 1. Okay, in the row 1 we made a single crochet and a chain 1, then skip chain and then single crochet and chain 1 into the next. But when you reach the end of your row, you have to do a single crochet into the last chain and chain 2. Now turn your work. As I said, we are not going to make any stitches into the stitch. We are going to work in the space that we have created here in row 1. So put into the very first stitch here, put a single crochet and chain 1. Then move to the next space. Here we have the stitch, the single crochet stitch, so we have to skip this and move to our next stitch here, the next space. Here we are going to put single crochet and chain 1. Then we are going to skip the stitch and move to the next space that we have created and put a single crochet and chain 1. Then skip the next stitch and move to the next space that we have created, put a single crochet and chain 1. Like this, keep on doing a single crochet and chain 1 into every space all the way along. Now I am in my last space. This last space was created because you remember in row 1 we skipped chain 3. So because of skipping the chain 3, here we have created a space, and into this space, and this is our last space, put a single crochet. And because we are in the end of our row, now instead of putting chain 1, make chain 2, and the pattern continues, the row 2 pattern continues. It's like skip the single crochet stitch, skip the single crochet stitch, and into the space in here put a single crochet and chain 1. Again skip the single crochet stitch here, and into the space put a single crochet and chain 1. Then skip the stitch here, the single crochet stitch, and into this chain 1 space, the space that is created because we did a chain 1 here. Okay, so this is the chain 1 space. Okay, so into this chain 1 space we are again going to make a single crochet and chain 1. Again skip this single crochet stitch, and into this chain 1 space put a single crochet and chain 1. Skip the single crochet here, and into this chain 1 space again make a single crochet and chain 1. Skip the single crochet stitch, and into the chain 1 space make a single crochet and chain 1. Skip the single crochet stitch, into the next space, chain 1 space, make a single crochet and chain 1. And here is our last space. Put a single crochet and chain 2. So this row 2 pattern continues till your desired height. Like if you're making a project and it demands a number of rows, then the pattern is just the same, the row 2 pattern. So we are not going to make any stitch in the single crochet, just keep on doing into the space a single crochet and chain 1. Then skip the single crochet stitch, and into the chain 1 space put a single crochet and chain 1. So this pattern continues in every rows. For every rows the pattern is same. And here we are in our last space. This is the single crochet stitch, and here we are, this is the chain 2 space, because the end space is the chain 2 space, and our last single crochet. And then I'm repeating the pattern again. The pattern is same for each row. The row 2 pattern is being repeated in each row. It's the same pattern, the row 2 pattern for each and every row. And the pattern is we put a single crochet into our last space, and then we are going to make chain 2. Turn your work, skip the stitch, and into the very first chain 1 space put a single crochet and chain 1. Then move to the next space and put a single crochet and chain 1. Then move to the next chain 1 space and put a single crochet and chain 1. Then move to the next chain 1 space, put a single crochet and chain 1. Do the same for till the end of your row. Now here's the single crochet stitch. We are going to skip this and into the chain 2 space. This is our last space of the row. Here I'm going to make a single crochet and chain 2, and then you go again with your row 2 pattern, putting a single crochet and chain 1 into every space, a single crochet and chain 1, a single crochet and chain 1 into every space till the end of your row. When you reach your last space, put a single crochet and chain 2. Turn your work, and again the row pattern continues of putting a single crochet and chain 1 into every space. You have to skip the stitch. We are not going to make any stitch into the stitch here, but we are going to put a single crochet and chain 1 into every space. This is one of the most easiest and easy, it's really easy to crochet this pattern, because you don't have to find any stitches or anything. Just find the chain 1 space and put a single crochet and chain 1. Skip the single crochet stitch here and into the space make a single crochet and chain 1 into each and every space. Keep on doing a single crochet and chain 1. Here I am in the end of my row, and this is my last space, and into my last space I'm going to put a single crochet, and because it's the end of my row, I'll be doing a chain 2 and turn my work, and the row 2 pattern continues again. So hope you like the stitch, you love the pattern, one of the most easiest pattern. So make for yourself and enjoy. Till then, goodbye.